a coconut cream pie.
I got Donkey Kong, and now I'll get you too, Junior.
I'm nobody's hero.
Leaping rhinos, giant bees, flying chimps.
Here we go.
Performance for you. This monkey rap. Donkey Kong. He's the leader of the bunch.
Okay.
Played a little Psycho Dream. It's such an interesting cover. It's not very good. It's kind of weird. The way it's like a you know, it's just like a side scroller hack and slash kind of game. Not even really platforming or anything like that. But like if you get hit too many, you like slowly level up your character, and that gets interesting. It also gets kind of OP. But then if you get hit too many times, you just lose it all completely and start back from square one, which just makes everything in the later parts of levels just like impossible. Levels also very long. Interesting vibe. I kind of like it. Definitely has a great vibe. The setting is interesting. You're just in like a city, but like you're like a magical mech swordsman person. And, like, I don't know, there's, like, these weird, like, towers and stuff like that just rising out of the ground. Yeah, very, very dreamlike, which is interesting. Anyways, hey, we're not playing that, though. We're playing Super Valis 4. No. We're not playing that either. We're playing Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. I didn't know that was the name of it, because this was Diddy Kong's Quest. And then this is Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. This has a, like... The vibe of this one is basically Splash Mountain. That's kind of like the entire vibe of the whole game. Dixie Kong meets chaos in a wild new adventure. Yeah, so it follows a trend of, like, this one's Donkey Kong starring Diddy, and then this one's Diddy Kong starring Dixie, and then this one is now... And then, you know, you move on to... Now it's Dixie. And then with... That thing. Baby Kong? I think. I'm not exactly... I can't remember his name. We'll get into it. I don't know who he is. I don't know why he's along for the adventure. But he's here. And now it's our problem. So let's... I guess let's just get into it. Lots of fun. Ooh, the music. Oh, a lot of extra animation now. I simply cannot start coughing again. I have been totally fine, and then I sit down to record, and then I like feel like I need to cough again. Oh, Double Trouble TM. That's not the full name. We're being lied to already. Oh no, it says Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. It does say Donkey Kong Country. Interesting. Yeah, it looks, we got like a whole like explorable world map now. Oh, music. Very classic song, but like a remix of it. Oh, look at the environments. Oh, wow, everything's getting a step up, isn't it? So, I think generally this is considered to be an easier game than definitely the second one. I think is considered to be the hardest, and I made it through it. I made it through it with some save stating. Don't get me wrong, but I don't care. Oh, dump and comp. That was me playing with a friend. Oh, look at this screen. France, English. Wow, this is which is French and English. That's funny. Oh, because was Rare Canadian? So like obviously French makes sense. Oh, and these are tapes. Wait, this is actually awesome. This is actually fantastic. Now, ideally, we don't need to save state for this one, beyond just in order to maintain progress in between recording. I didn't necessarily need, like, I think eventually with enough bashing my head against it, like, I could have made it to the save points. Although when you game over, you run out of coins. I didn't even have enough coins to save in the last one, in the airship part at the very end of the previous game, because you lose all your coins, and then I made it to Wrinkly Kong, and then she actually charged me for the first save, which I think is crazy. Now, granted, they give you a save though, and that's, you know, I made a save state right then and there just because, like, I'm gonna go back in the level just to get coins, probably die trying to do it. My fault. The Bramble level has no freaking coins, and also I kept game overing over and over again. I'm here meeting the challenge of completing the level, not the challenge of complete the entire game with a set amount of, with, like, in one go. Okay. Oh, and then two-player team, two-player content. Oh, they're at odds. They hate each other. Dixie's having a great time. They're both having a great time. They hate each other. They've been gloamed. Okay. Well, you know, in 'tis tradition, we won't know what the story of the game is starting it up, so let's read the instruction manual. Trouble again. A sticky note from Diddy Kong that says, "Dear Dixie, gone exploring the islands with DK, back tomorrow, Diddy." Months after the victory against King K. Rool and his army of baddies, the Kongs were celebrating, soaking up the sun in their favorite glade on DK Island. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong often slung up hammocks, hit the music, and spent the day chilling out with banana milkshakes. If she couldn't think of anything better to do, Dixie Kong sometimes joined them. This morning, though, Dixie was surprised to find Diddy's room deserted. Up and about so early? That wasn't like him. It was only as she turned to leave that she spotted the scribbled note on the table. "Gone exploring the island with DK," it read. "Back again tomorrow." Oh, back tomorrow. Dixie Kong could remember at least 3 times they'd already tried this plan. Each time they'd never made it further than the beach. That's where she went. That's where she first went looking for them. She realized well before she got to the beach that it was far too quiet for Donkey Kong and Diddy to be anywhere near. Surely they hadn't followed one of their harebrained schemes all the way through for once. The sun moved slowly across the sky and melted on the western horizon. Dixie hoped that her friends were having fun wherever they were, as she settled into bed with a yawn. When morning came again, another brief swing through the branches confirmed that Diddy was still off on his little expedition. Dixie found herself starting to worry. She could only imagine what kind of trouble Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong were into. As the day crawled on and the night fell on the jungle, neither of the primates showed up. Again, Dixie could do nothing but head home to bed and hope that they'd be back at dawn. The next day came, but neither Donkey nor Diddy returned. Dixie had to find out what those two primates were doing. She made her way to the southern part of the DK Island and swam to the nearest mainland. When she got there, she happened upon Wrinkly Kong's home. Oh, Wrinkly Kong's back. Wrinkly Kong told Dixie that the boys had passed by and they hadn't said where they were going. She suggested that maybe the boys visited Funky Kong at the beach shop. As Dixie was leaving, Wrinkly asked if she'd looked for the mysterious banana birds. What? What? What does that have to do with whatever? The birds had been seen in the cave across Funky's rentals, but no one seems to know how to get them out. Dixie agreed and thanked Wrinkly for the help. She set out to see Funky at his shop. Funky Kong was busy working on one of his inventions, and his shop was full of unusual items. He can find a use for anything that he gets his hands on. Funky told Dixie, well, it feels like we're kind of getting off track here. Funky told Dixie that the only visitor he had all week was Kitty Kong. Oh, Kitty Kong. Funky pointed across the room to the cuddly toddler who was chewing on an old spare tire. Dude's a toddler? Yikes. Funky asked Dixie if she wanted to take Diddy Kong with her. He's strong and can take care of himself. Dixie agreed, and the two were off. Before they left, Funky told them to keep their eyes peeled for some cool junk. He also told them to visit his friendly pals, the Brothers Bear, for help. Once on their travels, Dixie and Kitty discovered a whole new collection of Kremlings, who seemed to have a new master named Chaos. And I'm sure Chaos will not just be K. Rool. I promise it won't just be K. Rool. I promise. Alright. Well, I guess with that we can get started. Oh. Follow me here. Follow me here. Donkey. Okay. Put this tape in. Yeah, we're just we're just going. Oh, he's starting with a Wrinkly save cave. Are you gonna charge me, Wrinkly? Oh. You're like an aerobics instructor now? Hello there, it's me, Wrinkly Kong. Miss Wrinkly Kong, my bad. I found life too hectic at school with all those naughty Kremlings pestering me all the time. If you need to save your game, Dixie, call here anytime. And I'll record your progress on my new Vidma machine for you. Okay. For free, you're gonna do this? Wait, what the heck do we got? We got DK coins still. We got bear coins. We got bonus coins. We got birds. And we got that thing on the right, and a bunch of mystery. All right. When crossing the jungle, remember to look left, right, and then up for falling monkeys. Are you freaking Cranky Kong now? There's been no mention of Cranky Kong. Perhaps Cranky Kong is dead. Motorboat. Leave cabin. Yo, Dixie, what's happening? Oh, the music. Also brought your excellent cousin, Kitty Kong, along for the ride. He may be a toddler, but if you let him throw you upwards, you almost reach the stars. Oh yeah. And if you throw him, his humongous body can smash through the floor for some areas. Oh, interesting. So like you get to do. It's like actual smashing the floor is actually like a mechanic now. Busted move, got a groove. We actually just get the bow? Oh snap. What the crud? Bounty Beach? What is this? The bird. Oh, that's a nice little jingle. Oh, so there's actually like secrets to discover now? What the crud? I didn't know it was gonna be like that. Hey, wait, what about that? Hold on. Something on the top right. The environment's interesting. Still got the pre-rendered look. It's a slightly different now though, but then we got a whole world map that's interactable now, which is interesting. Hello there, young Kongs. My name is Bazaar, and this is my general store. All of my brothers are scattered over these islands. Pop in and say hello if you meet them on your travels. So how may I be of assistance? Where's the shell from? Is that a mirror? Nothing today, thanks. Shell was found at the bottom of Lake Orangutanga, and is pretty rare. 5 bear coins is a bargain. Would you like to purchase it? You gotta be joking. We don't gotta be rude about it. Not interested? Never mind. I'm sure some lucky person will snap it up soon. What about the mirror? Yes, but it's no ordinary one, though. It was Cranky's great-grandfather's. Whoa. I can't let it... 50 coins? Gonna interest you? Dude, no, you... Okay, now you've actually got to be joking. So there's like key items, right? So they like kind of put adventure game mechanics in this one a little bit, which is interesting. Which is probably why we can just save whenever we want now. But otherwise, we're just doing our typical... Oh, actually, like flag posts showing us what we're doing. Oh, this is nice. Oh, the music? Oh, that house looks really angry on the right. I dig the vibes. Okay, let's figure out what the heck we do. And then he slams. Oh, that change animation. Kitty Kong is cursed. I'll be honest. Oh. Oh, the rats are rendered better now. What? I don't like that. Ugh, what happened to the rats? Why have they done this? Oh, the Kremling's a little different too. What the crud? Okay. Sure. 50 stars? Oh, I will miss the music from the from Donkey Kong Country 2 for these ones. Da 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 ba da da da. That was very nostalgic to me. Oh no. Ooh, still got the wrap up song though. Gotta hit him from behind. I know that. I remember that. Is it always gonna be guys with shields? Oh yeah, you still ride him. Fun. I think the way these two interact is gonna be a little bit more involved now. Whoa, oh no. Kremlings. They just look weird now. He looks confused. Oh. So it's like Rambi, except you still need to use... Oh no, he's murdered. What have I done? Interesting. Let's actually go back. I'm not going to be shooting for 100% necessarily, but I do feel as though... I like, do you see what I mean by like the Splash Mountain vibe though? Just get a bunch of free lives just for existing on top of buildings? It's kind of crazy. I'm assuming it works the same. Yeah, like DK coin has been got, so he's just the trash man now. And there's actually bonus coins, so... Please not again. why have I done this? Dixie, no! What? Gosh dang it. Hold on, can I leave? Okay. Do I keep like all those lives and stuff I got? I certainly do. I don't know why the timing on that's so tight. Huh. Oh, wait, hold on. Unless I need to go under? Oh. I'm not thinking with portals. Okay. Put up. I only missed one. Okay. Yeah, bear coins seem to be the new banana coins. We actually just have straight up flagpoles now. They fully just said screw it. If Mario can do it, so can we. Oh. Look at the background. It's really nice. Oh, I know something about the elephant. Pretty sure the elephant freaking is afraid of rats. Like, you can't actually be near them when you're the elephant. Music's kind of vibey. Oh. Even the bees are different. What are you? They got freaking buzzsaws now. What the? Oh, no, that's gotta be something. Oh. And then you fly over. Okay. And then you go to him. Okay, so he has to weigh down the... That is interesting. Cool. Oh, the little sounds when you actually land on the platform. It's fun. Fall through there. I got antsy. Which way is the right way? This seems like the most extra. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say this seems like the most involved path that's like more dangerous than the other side. No, I'm huge. I just wanted to make sure they stayed
floor though, if they're wet.
No, I mean I wiped them off as best I could. I just wanted to make sure they were a little more dry before I stepped on carpet.
Oh, okay. I was wondering.
It has been like over a week since I started recording this, and we're just gonna get right back into it. And I'm not gonna die. Am I going this way? I'm going this way? I feel like I got lucky there. Slam through the. Oh no, the trap. This trap doors. That's one. What the crap? What the? My barreling has gotten worse. It's interesting to throw this many different mechanics at us already. Kong. Oh, wait, oh god. There's so much. I bet there's a secret at the end if you hug the left. Well, shoot, I think we'll just carry on. Wait, the next one's up there? How does that work? Wrinkly Save Cave. Wrinkly's playing game? Man, even freaking Cranky wouldn't actually play any games. He'd complain about it. Is that Cranky in the background? Would you like to save your game? Is Cranky not in the game? Is Cranky dead? Is that a memorial picture for him? Yeah, we should get to just save for free. When crossing the jungle, remember to look left, right, and then up for falling monkeys. The banana birds are weird. Their skin is peeling off to make them look perfectly like a banana. Oh, we can just freely freaking swim in the... World map has been upgraded substantially from the previous two games, let me tell you. The world map in... I think the overall aesthetic of the second game was not as pleasant as the first, but the freaking vibe of this game is really nice so far. I didn't read a single thing that guy said. My eyes were literally closed. I don't think there's anything which would persuade me to get rid of this bird. Okay, well, that's a shame. I knew it. Oh, it was a shoot. Is it the same thing every time? One and done. Bonanza. Yeah, hunting for little secrets like that, obviously pretty tame. I'm afraid of that big angry house. Shoot, we need Dixie. Yeah, not having partner character. I think it is actually kind of nice. Obviously, it makes the game way easier, but it is kind of nice that the Return series did the Return series did give your partner characters like 2 extra hits, so you had a little bit of a buffer there. Nice. Again, not going for gold in this game, but I'll try to get what I see. Those clownfish? They're wearing like mime makeup. Oh. I don't like that. Yeah, look, see, this is the same layout in the background, but they actually changed the time of day. It looks freaking nice. Unguard's still in the game. I think this is literally the last time we're gonna see Unguard, though. Unless he shows up in, like, Bonanza or something. Oh, we actually became Unguard, too. I didn't realize that. Okay, well, that was the easiest bonus of my life. Now, why would I try to go for that? Why would I try to go for that? That just seems miserable. Ooh. Screw you. Do the big birds always give you things? How would I get... Yeah, I don't know about that. It's a little tight. Were you supposed to do like a mat? Oh, maybe you're just supposed to roll with Dixie. Was that just for a one-up? I'm getting a lot of one-ups. I'll take that. Skidda's Row. Have they all... It said something about Skidda? Who's Skidda? Look at the thumbnail zoomed out. Like, look at like the amount of detail you're able to make out when it's like that. Really nice. I do vibe with the aesthetic of the game. Yeah, everything feels like way more detailed. Oh, this is 'Tis the Season, I think. Oh, even the enemies are sliding? Seeing the enemies actually struggle and slide around on the ice is actually really funny. I feel like I've never seen that happen in games. I was about to try to slide down like it was Mario. Kill the guys. Oh no. Dude. Okay. A little tight, but not too bad. Alright, there's bear coins and then there's bonus coins. And these are different things. Is this every DK coin? Like, actually now? Oh, and then the blizzard comes in and out? That's fun. A lot of one-ups like that, where they're just sort of like around. There was some of that in the second game. Okay. Oh, and then the blizzard and the sky brightened up, like the weather passed. That's fun. I'm gonna start coughing again. I need you to understand, I have not been coughing for weeks in my normal day-to-day life. Something in my mic? Am I inhaling something? I don't understand. It is really nice to record in the middle of the day, though. Doesn't look out into like a bright, clear sky right now. It's been very dreary and like gloomy and stuff, which I actually like that kind of weather. I like it when it gets colder and stuff like that. But it is nice to look out at a clear blue sky and see like the leaves, like all autumnal and stuff like that. It's nice. It definitely fits the vibe of this first area in this game too, I will say. Oh. Elephant. I imagine Rambi is not going to be here because we got this elephant now, who seems overall worse. Oh, we are actually fully the elephant. We are not riding the elephant. Gotta be a reason to go up there, right? Oh, when you can see the rat, you freak out. Oh, that was a cool way to teach you. Kill. I wish you just said kill. That would be in the spirit of everything, you know? I'm very good at this game. That was one of the hardest challenges in the game. You saw how, like, just swiftly I handled it? I'm very good at the game. You must understand. That was the second hardest challenge in the game. You must understand how good I am. Shoot. Oh, we like need to take it up? Making me backtrack. What? That's the strongest bee in the game. Cool. freaking yells. Oh, from downtown. It's fun. Oh, shoot. Oh, it can't get to you because it's heavy. Oh, that's a nice little detail. That's fun. That's actually really nice. Yeah, I'm sort of already feeling that, like, I feel like the Return series, and we'll see when we get there, I feel like they took, shoot. It was very close. I feel like they took all of the vibes of, like, the first game, and, oh shoot. Would love it if those guys respawn, but they're not going to. I think the games have gotten better about not having enemies instant respawn. I think they took all the vibes that, like, the first game had. I still feel like the first game was the most vibey. The second one had a lot of good vibes too, but it was also sort of like all over the place, and the overall like art style and art direction of a lot of its levels and definitely its like overworld map were just like not it. Very grungy, very bleak and like nasty looking. Whereas like the first game was a lot more about, you know, it's on Donkey Kong Country. It's like the environment is as much of a character in the game as like any of the actual characters. So that was, and then this game has a different kind of vibe, but like this is nice. I really like the overworld map music. I really like the aesthetic of this. We'll have to see where things go from here. I'm really enjoying it so far, but yeah, I feel like the Return games took a lot of the like the bonusy side stuff and collectathon aspects of like, definitely this game has a lot more collecting going on than even 2, but like between 2 and 3 it took like the gameplay mechanics and stuff of those two while trying to like really harken back to like the overall vibes of the, like having the vibes and the ambience of levels sort of be in the forefront like in the first game. Swanky's. You believe it? Hello, Kongs. Welcome along to my all-new bonus tent. My show's on the road, and it's in every land. The cost of this game, 2 coins in hand. There are some great prizes on offer today. On offer today, so come on. Come on, Kongs, and go. You could well win. You never know. I will play you a game. Your game of choice, which game would you like to play? Race to 25 endurance. We earned a special throwing game with a winner. Well, we need to get 25 points. Oh, it's Cranky. Cranky's not dead. It's not a simple game in questions and answers this time, though. Now you've got to beat yours truly if you want to win any prize. What do we? Oh, okay. I missed one. That might have been it. Whoa. Oh, it's like a 2-for-1. I won by default. You see my last shot? I went clean through the target, honest. No, Cranky. No, now I finally get to kick your ass, old man. Fun. Seen in a long time. Okay, so this is just different games. We'll check out more of that next time. Belch's Barn. Oh, I think this is the barrel that I thought was in 2. Eat bug, you dirty barrel man. I mean, look at his eyes. Look at his bloodshot eyes. He's kind of horrifying. We'll see how this goes as it feels as a boss fight compared to some of the ones from... Oh, no. Yeah, I've seen, and I think I've even played out this boss fight before. Oh. Oh, was that it? Oh. A cannon. Oh. I mean... Lake Orangutanga, everybody. Okay, I mean... Yeah, I guess that felt very much in line. What was the first boss? It was the bird. The bird was about as involved. Here's the thing, that still had more going on than any boss in Donkey Kong Country 1, right? Like, so like, still a step up, both in just overall idea design and like, mechanically, like what you're doing. I sort of thought, I felt like it was gonna ramp up though. Like, I'm gonna knock him down once, he's gonna hop back up, but then again, he's just a barrel. We saw how much he could move. Not much at all. Okay, now we're going to the Cremwood Forest. But we're gonna go to the Cremwood Forest next time. If you've been enjoying this or anything else on this channel so far, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified of more things in the future. Episodes of this just about every single day. Links in the description of things that I am doing, have been doing, or will be doing in the future. Also, me and my friend are making a game. Any and all support towards that would be much appreciated. You can support us by supporting anything on this channel, supporting their devlog streams, and most of all, supporting the Patreon. And yeah, I think with that, until next time, don't forget to be kind, and I'll see you around. Also, links down below to the store pages for our game. Recite All the Heart, both on Steam and itch.io, and maybe other platforms in the future, if we're lucky. Play the demo, wishlist it, share it, all that good stuff. And let us know, give us feedback. Feedback is always welcome. We are still extremely... We've been at this for a couple years, but it's not a job, you know what I mean? It's a passion project that we're just slowly, steadily working on. We're 2 people too, so to be fair. However, looking to get a lot more done on it before GDC, because we're actually going to be able to be at a booth there. My friend has connections with some people that have like a co-op style thing between a bunch of creatives, like small, very small indie stuff. Not indie like not indie like $10 million budget published by well-known publisher or like a decently known publisher kind of indie. We're like truly like 2 people in a garage desperately trying anybody to look at their game, that kind of indie. That is not a crack at Expedition 33 or any of the other indie like nominees at the Game Awards. I'm just, you know, making it clear that like it's a very different kind of, when I say small scale, I mean like we are the lowest on the totem pole kind of small scale. I think that's fair to point out. I think at this point it's pretty clear that like indie doesn't mean what it originally meant. This isn't, you know, we're not back in Braid and Fez and that like that era of games, right? Like off. We're not in that era of games anymore. You know what I mean? Like indie just sort of means small development. Now, do we need a better word for small development? Sure. I mean, you could say single A, but I think that would still be too broad, and I still wouldn't consider Like, I don't think single A should mean you have a publisher. You know what I mean? Or any amount of funding. Because, like, if me and my friend got what we asked for from a publisher, which is, like, 200,000, which is, and that might sound like a lot of money as an individual. Believe me, to me it does. It is chump change in the grand scheme of, like, needing to exist as a human being and also make a project and also hire other people and also get doing everything yourself, you know what I mean? Doing all of that yourself, not that much money. Like, I wouldn't want to call it single. I don't think we're even single A at that point. Just like I don't know, people claim that, like, E33 is double A, and I'm like, no, double A is like Capcom making that, like, Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess game. To me, like, that's a clear double A game, and that's, like, still with the backing and funding and support of, like, a pretty big company. You know what I mean? Like, so if that's what double A is, it's like, is E33 single A? Maybe, yeah. There's an argument. I think they're probably way closer to single A than double A, that's for sure. But I don't think, like, I don't think, like, Toby Fox making a game, like Undertale or Deltarune right now, like, that's not single A. Sorry, I would very much disagree with that. You'd want to call that indie. But, you know, I also don't really see much, like, I don't know, if like an indie team of 2 people gets, like, they self-fund or you know, they do some self-funding thing, like a Kickstarter, Patreon, or something like that, right? They get, like, $1 million. And then another small team of people, let's say that, like, another team of 2 people, they get $1 million from getting published, like, you know, from a publisher. Functionally, what's the difference? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I guess team number 2 is technically not indie by the original definition of the word, but functionally, where that money came from, I feel like means very little. I feel like it makes very little difference in the size and scope and sort of essence of both teams, but it's hard to sort of be like, I don't know, what I call indie and what I don't call indie. It's like it's kind of just vibes based sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the whole story behind, like, Expedition 33 in its essence feels indie, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it kind of feels bad to see it sit next to Blueprints in a category and then win over Blueprints for Best Debut Indie, you know what I mean? Like, but of course, we all knew it was going to be Game of the Year, and how are you Game of the Year and also Best Indie, but not Best Debut Indie? You know what I mean? Like, how could it win some of those awards, but not all of them at that point? You know what I mean? So the categories are kind of flawed. It was the same problem with, like, Cocoon winning, which I heard mixed things about. I heard it was good or interesting, but, like, compared to, like, the absolute blowout hit that I feel Pizza Tower was during that year, and then Cocoon wins over Pizza Tower, and I look at these two things, and I'm like, Pizza Tower didn't even get kickstarted. It was a dude making a game through Patreon support. And, like, you look at that game, and the vibes of that game, and the production of that game, and the fact that it was made by, like, 2 or 3 to 5 people max, maybe, off of just Patreon support, like, that, like, as for the funding of the game, like, yeah, that doesn't feel like freaking Cocoon wasn't Cocoon published by Annapurna? Well, it's also, like, one of the two guys, the team, like, 2 creative leads who were making, like, Limbo and Inside and stuff like that. They split off and made 2 different things, and, like, one was Cocoon, which seems to be heavily mechanics and, like, gameplay focused, and the other one was that, like, Alien Apocalypse Protect Your Family game which look visually looked like Inside, but seemed to be a lot more of the narrative focus. And it's like they split off, and it's like, well, either we're going to get 2 interesting, very cool games, or we're going to get 2 games that are lacking a core function that like Limbo and Inside don't. You know what I mean? But also 2 well-off and like well-respected creators going off and like getting published, making their own independent games. Like, you know, it's not even independent games, it's making their own games. It's like, well, that feels a little different than Pizza Tower. You know, freaking MS Paint looking MS Paint looking Pizza Tower. Not that mind you, not that visuals have anything to do with anything, because like Dave the Diver has like pixel art, and then I think everybody defaulted to indie game, when in actuality like they had a huge backing and a ton of money. I almost feel like they had more of a financial backing than even Expedition 33 did. I could be wrong about that, but that's the vibe I was getting from how people were talking about their publisher. I don't know. Games have escaped, have breached containment. You know what I mean? We're not in the days of like even like, I don't know, playing these Donkey Kong games, for instance, right? Where it's like pretty small freaking teams, probably pretty small freaking teams with like shoestring budgets. Games back in this era were being made in like a year. Like other teams were being tasked by much larger companies who were still not like financially extremely well off yet. Even Nintendo back in the day was not like, you know, Nintendo for many years was like trying to just scrape by off of vibes and aesthetic alone. Making good games, of course, but like a lot of their systems, like earlier systems, were not the hits, you know. It was purely the quality of their games that was sort of like bringing them over the hill. But you know, them having like other teams like Rare, for instance, who was just a much smaller team at the time, going out and making like, you know, IP projects, but then having to do it in such a short amount of time. Even internally, you know, like Majora's Mask, Majora's Mask, I don't think anybody would call that an indie game. But the very essence of the game is kind of crazy. It kind of has that like the indie scrappiness to it. They made that game in a year, in a cave with a box of scraps. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Everybody, you know, it's sort of like back in the day, it kind of feels like everybody was working with that, like, in the essence of what indie games are now, you know what I mean? Like a bunch of people getting together with a vision, trying to make it work as quickly and as efficiently as possible. Where like, I don't know, conceptually like sky's the limit for some of this stuff. But now, you know, you got massive companies freaking publishing, massive companies and studios and publishers dumping a bunch of money into small teams because they know indie games hit like crack in the general consumer base, right? So then they dump a bunch of money into indie games and things like that, and then they get to sit there and be like, look at our cool little indie game. And it's like, oh, you mean this cool little indie game that had like a marketing budget alone of like $20 million? Like, you know, here's the thing, you know, you got to keep in mind, Pizza Tower ain't getting trailers in a state of play. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I think Pizza Tower showed up in like a Nintendo. But Nintendo specifically has their like third party / like indie like directs and stuff like that, where like, you know, like Silksong shows up there, you know what I mean? Silksong shows up there, freaking a Pizza Tower might show up there, but like E33 showing up at like multiple state of plays, and I think also Game Awards shows, and it's like that costs money. That costs money. Me and my friend ain't freaking showing our game off. Even if we had like a trailer to show, our game's not getting shown off at a freaking Game Awards. You know what I mean? Like, are you kidding? Like minimum like 100,000, like 100K, if not like 1 million to show a game at Game Awards at this point. Like, no, that's not happening. So you gotta think, like, having a publisher opens up a lot of opportunities that like an actual truly independent game and team are not gonna have. You know, marketing alone is huge. Localization, you know, here's the thing, people want to take away the actual like game's production away from the team of like 30, because they're like, look at the hundreds of other people who worked on the game. You could just look at the credits, and it's like a lot of those people are localization, a lot of those people are PR and marketing and things like that, and it's like, that's different. That's not the game making. It's important. These are all very important things that everybody needs, or everybody, you know, wants to have access to, and having a publisher definitely helps with that. But let's not, you know, let's not be unreasonable, okay? The team of like 34 people, they are the ones who made the game. That was still their child. And also, I think a lot of people ignore the fact that, like, well, that game was in production and was being developed probably a decent amount of time before they got a publisher, because that's also how it goes, you know what I mean? It's like, are we going to ignore the entire independent process that was happening before they got a publisher and just be like, oh no, they're not indie because they eventually were able to get funded? I also don't think there's any honor in sort of holding on to the title of indie if it means being destitute, you know what I mean? If it means that you can't put food on your table, or you have to start cutting corners, you know, if it means that you're struggling to have bills to pay. I don't think there's any honor or glamour in that. I know we can obviously look at people who eventually found great success while struggling to make their art, and we can commend them for the effort, and we can obviously admire the work that was put into it. But I don't think that should be the goal. You know what I mean? I'm very much in the mindset of like, whether you get to like hold the moniker of indie or not, or the mantle of indie or not, like, if you can get paid for your art while making your art, get paid. Get your money. Get your freaking money. Why? Like, why? Why not? So you could keep saying that you're like, oh no, I'm really indie. Like, no, screw that. Get your money. Like, whatever. Everybody else needs to find different language for it, and not try to belittle the work of creative people just because they actually got to get paid for their work. You know what I mean? We can admire the people who weren't getting paid or who weren't getting the bank while making their art. We can admire that they still put that effort forth and the perseverance of that, absolutely. But everybody should be in agreement that if you can get paid, get paid. We like I don't know. I think that makes sense to me. Get your money. Here's the thing, I don't make art for money, but if I could get money while making art, yeah. And still have the independence, that's another thing too. Being published doesn't mean that you're not independently developing the game, right? Like, that doesn't mean that like somebody's suddenly exerting control over you or your scope or your idea. If that was the case, then Expedition 33 just wouldn't be the game it is. It wouldn't be a like story-driven, turn-based RPG harkening back to like classic JRPGs. Like, that just wouldn't be what it is if there was actual like other like studio support, like control or publisher control exerted upon that game. You know what I mean? Okay, my rant's over. Get at it, you crazy kids.